to ShySense773. Thank you so much for checking out my video. For those viewing my video for the first time, I just want to say welcome in. Thank you so much for viewing my video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, I would truly appreciate it. For those that have been here the whole time and all of my existing subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much for your subscriptions, for your likes, for your comments. They really do go a long way. Today's video is going to be a video on 5 different fragrances that I have from 3 different fragrance houses. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you those fragrances based off of cost. So I have 2 that are very cost efficient, and then 3 that are a little bit pricier, but I would say they sit more on the 300-ish mark. So the first fragrance that I want to talk about is a fragrance from Malul, and this one is called Tera Nova. So Tera Nova is a fragrance that I've smelled the scent profile before of. I got an opportunity to smell this one. Went into like a local perfumania that was local to where I was. So at the time I went to Wisconsin, and they had this fragrance, and this is a collaboration with Gents. So if you're not familiar with Ash from Gents, he worked with Malul on these fragrances, and I think he did an incredible job. But this fragrance actually smells like a very expensive Bulgari fragrance called Tigre. That fragrance is absolutely incredible, and the notes are pretty similar in them, and that's probably the reason why I feel that it's very close to it. But let me go ahead and read off those notes. So the cool part about the box is that it actually has the notes on the bottom or on the back, and those notes include bergamot, lemon leaves, and golden lotus. So in Tigre there's bergamot and lemon, and then there's violet in the mid, and then sandalwood and ambroxan. And in that fragrance as well, it also has ambroxan, and those are just notes that it lists, but of course there are other notes as well. And then finally in the base you're going to get black amber, patchouli, and tonka bean. So what does that actually smell like in general? And I'm going to spray this in the air just so you can see the sprayer. It is a pressurized sprayer, which is so cool, and for it being 100 ml, it is incredible. But that first spray of that bergamot and lemon mixture is unreal. So you're getting like this sweet kind of almost I would say sun-kissed sugary type of vibe of a smell, where it's like the bergamot and the lemon smell so juicy together. And then as the fragrance progresses, it kind of goes into a different realm. So I have it on my hand here, and it kind of has this smoothness to it. So I'm assuming that that's the sandalwood as well that plays a big part. But I think like the violet leaf in there also gives it a little bit of a different vibe than you get from the other fragrance, where that one is super linear. This one is also kind of linear as well, meaning that the fragrance kind of smells the same throughout, and that's what you want it to do. But that burst of juiciness kind of goes away, and then you get this really nice kind of smooth, still juicy, but not as bursty, lemony, woody-ish type of vibe of a smell. Overall, an excellent fragrance. I got this one for about, it was a little under $100, which is a great deal, but ultimately I think this retails for $134, but some places you can buy as a BOGO, and then they will lower the cost as well. But again, this one is Tera Nova. The next fragrance that I want to talk about is called Jet Black Enigma. So let me grab that box. And Jet Black Enigma is absolutely unreal. I really love this fragrance because it has this kind of just like not only a masculine, but it seems very dark and unisex, but also very sweet and juicy. But this is what the bottle looks like, and this one is black, and like the other one, there is this cool part about the top. So if you look, as soon as it focuses, I apologize, but as soon as it focuses, it has this like open area to it. That is a really cool thing that I like about this fragrance. I'm going to spray this one. It also is pressurized, but I'm going to spray this on my hand. And unreal. It kind of gives me it gives me the vibes of something that has like a lot of iris in it. But if you read the notes, so the notes include ginger, cardamom, and cinnamon with black pepper up top. Then you're getting saffron, vanilla, and labdanum with vetiver roots in the mid, and then the Cyproil oil, the oud, patchouli, and tonka bean finish this fragrance out. But what an incredible fragrance. Overall, absolutely one of my favorites from the Michael Malul line. I've been wearing this thing like crazy. As you can see, I put a little dent in it. And for somebody who has a lot of fragrances, that's saying a lot for me. So this has been one of my big grabs, but overall, beautiful fragrance. This one again is Jet Black. The next fragrances that I want to talk about, or fragrance that I want to talk about, is from Kilian. So I ended up picking up this fragrance when I was in St. Louis visiting my brother. So shout out to him. I know I've mentioned this before, but my brother just graduated from getting his degree, so I am super proud of him. But this fragrance is called Can't Stop Loving You, and this one is by Kilian. So this fragrance just caught my nose the second that I smelled it. I love the presentation of it. It's not like the old coffin presentations, but it's really nice. The white bottle and the fragrance just sits inside of here. But the bottles themselves are beautiful, but the fragrance is unbelievably beautiful as well. So let me read you the notes from that fragrance. It includes the notes of Orange Blossom and Paradisone up top. Then you're gonna get a mid note of honey, and then Oakmoss, and then finally there's Madagascar vanilla and Olibanum in this fragrance. But a gorgeous fragrance. I'm gonna spray this as my kind of scent of the day. This one has, it kind of throws me for a loop, to be honest with you, because I feel like the Orange Blossom and this Paradisone note kind of give it a bit of a orangey jasmine vibe. So I get a little bit of like this jasmine feel to it, and then the honey and oak moss in this note are beautiful. So I'm starting to notice that honey has been one of those notes that I've been really intrigued with and into for a very long time. But the vanilla in here gives it a little bit of a boost of sweetness, and then I get a little pepperiness. I'm not sure what's giving it a bit of that pepperiness, but overall a gorgeous fragrance that you definitely should get your nose on. This one is in the, like, I think this one cost me about $300 overall, but a beautiful composition. Again, this one is Can't Stop Loving You. The final two fragrances that I want to talk about are from a house that I was so excited about. I ended up doing a video on some of the testers of these fragrances, which I will probably put up top. So I'll put that up top for you all to check out. But I ended up picking up fragrances from Blackcliff Parfums. And the first fragrance that I want to talk about is going to be Black Sand. So Black Sand is this beautiful composition that I couldn't get enough of. I noticed that the notes off of Black Sand were so different than what I'm smelling and feeling. But the notes include bergamot, tonic water, mint, whiskey, cacao, and GUAIACWOOD. Then you're going to get HABANOLIDE, SAFRALEINE, ANGELICA, DRIFTWOOD, QUINCE, COUMARIN, and CLEARWOOD. So excuse me for botching up the other names, but this fragrance to me smells so good. I have it on the dry down on my skin right now. When you first smell it, it's so animalic, and I get this vibe of the sun hitting sand that's wet is kind of what I'm smelling. And it smells like not during the daytime, but it's more like when the sun is starting to kind of set, and that's the smell that I'm getting from this fragrance. Overall, a beautiful fragrance. And then if you look, I wanted to kind of show this as well. They've kind of upped the ante on the bottle presentation, where this one is the older bottle, so this one is Mr. Pink. And if you look, it kind of has the same look, but it does not. This is a lot smoother. They've really kind of done things a lot better. So kudos to Kilian for updating his look of the bottle. And then also the cap is the same though. But beautiful, beautiful composition. The final fragrance that I want to talk about though is going to be Hello Beautiful, or Hello Darkness, I'm sorry. Because there is one that's called Beautiful Monster that I really wanted from the old line, which is a that's kind of like a rose oud, but this one is gorgeous. The honey note in this fragrance is unreal. So let me read the notes for this one. It's bergamot, black pepper, rose, and lavender. Then you're going to get jasmine, honey, tobacco, haunting marine notes. Then finally it's going to be beeswax, incense, oakmoss, tonka bean, and labdanum. I have this one on my hand, and every time I smell this fragrance, it makes me smile. It makes me think of a sunrise. So if the sunrise, or if it was a sunrise, or if like Pooh Bear put his hand in a glass of honey and took his hand out, that's what I'm smelling. It's beautiful, it's honey, it's sunny, it's everything that's bright and just gorgeous overall. This is not overly jammy by no means. I think the tobacco and all the other notes play a really good role in making this very smooth. So kudos to Blackcliff for coming out with this fragrance. This one is very beautiful. Hello Darkness. There are a couple of others that I do want from the brand as well. There's Immense, which knocked my socks off as well. But as far as honey is concerned, if I was going to do a top 10 best honey fragrance, this would be up top. So again, this one is Hello Darkness. So thank you all so much for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. I do have another video coming out very soon that will probably be on bond fragrances, and I know that there were some other fragrances that other people wanted to see, but thank you so much for checking me out. Have a blessed day and take care.